seconds.
There's only one job.
3, 2, 1, go!
Where the sky is your canvas, the world is your playground, and gunpowder turns your night into day.
I get to blow stuff up for fun.
I love when my guys get excited.
Yeah!
You need a little bit of craziness.
There's a team of fireworks hotshots known as GFA Pyro.
I want to go out there and be in that danger zone and feel the shockwave of the shells going off.
I love my job.
An upstart company determined to make it to the top.
We claim to be among the best in the world, and we want to show it.
I need more shell now. Let's go.
GFA is going international. But it's a competitive world. They'll have to earn their victories, one explosion at a time. Philippe and Sebastian, two of GFA's stars, are going on a mission to the Mecca of fireworks. They'll be overseas and in over their heads. A 6,000-kilometer journey, a 40-degree jump in temperature, and Sebastian and Philippe arrive in Valencia, Spain, the world's pyrotechnics capital.
Welcome to Valencia.
Around the world, Valencia is known as like #1 place for firework displays because there's such a strong tradition about fireworks here.
The guys are here to learn something brand new, working as technicians at a festival that couldn't happen anywhere else.
I can experience new stuff when I'm here, increasing my skill in pyrotechnics.
It's a huge, huge party. Fireworks everywhere. For me, that's like paradise.
Once a year, Valencia's 2-week-long Las Fallas festival erupts day and night with elaborate pyrotechnic displays seen nowhere else on Earth.
If you love fireworks, you really need to be here one time in your life.
Let's go.
Sebastian and Philippe are about to become intimate with a deafening, explosive spectacle called the Mascletá.
Mascletá.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, it sounds strange, but this is daytime fireworks based only on a crescendo of big bangs.
Like, ra-ta-ta-ta-ta, ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. It's like music.
Every day of the festival, at exactly 2 o'clock, tens of thousands of Valencians converge on a massive metal cage in the town's main square. This is where Valencia's most revered pyros perform their magic.
In Valencia, pyrotechnician are superstar.
Yeah, cool, huh?
Before they can build a Mascletá, Philippe and Sebastian are going to feel one. They'll watch from right outside the cage and experience the sonic boom of more than 2,000 bombs strung up on a grid of rope.
All right, guys. Now it's really time for our earplugs.
A Mascletá feels like an earthquake.
Welcome to war, amigo. This is not the loud part.
It's so powerful. It's beautiful, but deadly.
After 4 minutes of flash and thunder, everyone, including Philippe and Sebastian, is blown away.
That's the scariest thing I heard. Wow! You can really feel the in the chest, the pain, the pressure.
Today, they were overwhelmed just watching. Tomorrow, they'll be in the cage, working elbow to elbow with the masters of the mascleta. It's barely 7 a.m. Pyrotechnia Caballé's pyro truck arrives at the cage. Philippe and Sebastian are already there, waiting.
Well, when I first walked into the mascleta cage, I was shy.
I think I am a good technician, but here I'm just in school.
Cuidado, cuidado, que va José un poco más arriba, adelante.
Begonia Caballé designed today's show. She's a fifth-generation pyro. Her family has ruled the Spanish fireworks industry for 130 years. And the mascleta is Begonia's specialty.
People love mascletas. It's very difficult to explain, but you feel like adrenaline in all your body. It's a feeling that only you can know if you are in a real mascleta.
Begonia's crew works quickly to set up the grid and start hanging fireworks.
Pero allí no, esa también tiene que tener peines.
Philippe and Sebastian watch and do their best to follow along. Fino, a 30-year veteran of the mascleta, makes it look easy.
Valencian pyrotechnics, they have all my respect.
Córtalo
See?
por la mitad.
The little instruction they get is all in Spanish.
También tendrán peines para
Sebastian doesn't understand a word,
esa retención, Felipe.
and Philippe struggles to get by.
Sí. Hay grupo alrededor que está así. Just telling me that this string called retención, later on they're gonna put it high, put the tension on. Those are the main chords of the mascleta. So we didn't know much about it, and we didn't really know what to do with it.
Begonia has little time for training newbies,
With, no.
but it's obvious the boys need a crash course to keep things moving.
I'm trying to understand. I understand how I go because we don't know much about it.
Yes.
They'd better listen up. She's only going to say things once.
Comment ça marche?
On va essayer de pas faire de la merde, là.
In Valencia, Spain, 2 pyrotechnicians from GFA Pyro are caught up in an explosive web, the mascleta. Back home, Sebastian and Philippe are top guns. Here, they're greenhorns.
We're out of our zone of comfort, man, big time.
We just need first to win the respect of all those Spanish technicians.
On va essayer de pas faire de la merde, là.
Their new boss doesn't have time for chat.
It's not pyro digital.
Okay.
But
No,
it's
I know it's not pyro.
But you can compatible. No.
The crash course starts now.
And then this is the terremoto. Look, it's completely different.
Terremoto, Spanish for earthquake. Long lines of hanging fireworks called traca deliver its explosive power. Some of them go off just above head height. Others drop like ripe fruit and explode on the pavement. But it's the timing that's the key.
So the principle of terremoto is
Each rocket has
It's different
yes,
delays.
Yes, it goes very quick. It begins and immediately it runs from one part to another,
The tiny time delays between the exploding traca get shorter and shorter. The terremoto accelerates to its thunderous finish.
Does it go like this? Like,
No,
No,
he
it
was. This is the.
that's interesting.
Begonia's lesson is over. And after a rocky start, the boys are hitting their stride.
They saw that we can work, so
We got the respect now.
yeah, we
a little bit.
Yeah, we got some respect.
Sebastian and Philippe, they are really making an intensive course of mascleta, and I think that this mascleta will be always something to remember.
The crowds are back. It's 2 o'clock. Showtime.
Okay, we need to get out.
Sebastian and Philippe take a position just outside the cage. Well, as crazy as it sounds, Begonia and her crew will actually be at the epicenter, inside the cage, ready to hand light any lines of fireworks if the electric igniter fails.
There's 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000 of people.
The show begins with a barrage of aerial shells, screeching high above the crowd. Next, a series of mines. Finally, the 150 decibel terremoto. Begonia and her crew know exactly when it's time to race for the exits. When it's all over, the Valencian Pyros take a victory lap.
Come on! Oh, that was
At this moment, the pyrotechnician looks like a superstar, and I like that.
That was awesome. That was amazing. Really nice.
It was, you expected?
Yeah.
More.
Yes.
More. Seriously.
Thank you very much.
Sebastian and Philippe have added a new trick to their bag of pyro magic and won the respect of a Valencian master.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Phil and Sebastian, they have done a very good work, really. They are pretty good pyrotechnicians.
Setting up a mascleta on the Plaza del Ayuntamiento is the biggest mascleta that can ever be. It just feels super great. It's a little gift from me. I'm happy.
But their adventure in Spain isn't over yet. Next time on Pyros, Sebastian and Philippe help set the streets of Valencia on fire. Sebastian Juan and Philippe Gerard felt the earth move yesterday in Valencia, Spain. They're here to learn the secrets of Spain's pyro masters. And they ain't seen nothing yet.
Does look like a big naked chick?
Yeah. I think they have two naked girls. Oh, man.
Paper mache and styrofoam goddesses tower 5 stories above the crowd.
So close, man, from the building.
There are hundreds of other sculptures throughout the city. It's taken a year and millions of dollars to build them. Tonight, they'll explode and burn in a matter of minutes.
I don't really get how they're gonna burn it without damaging all the buildings around.
The event is called a CREMÁ, and right now, it's less than an hour to burn time.
The main concern here is safety. You see we're really close to all the people.
This intersection is just 30 meters across. Barely enough room for the sculpture and the spectators. No room for error.
If you burn a 5-story sculpture in an open area where there's nobody, there's no buildings, it's not such a big challenge. The thing is, here it's gonna be tons of people, buildings all around the square.
If it's not done right, all 5 stories of it could topple into the crowd.
If this was my job tonight, I'd probably pin my short. Why not? It's true.
If you burn first the bottom, it will fall on the people. So it's kind of, you have to burn the lady, the lady, then you go down.
You don't want to cut the structure. And
3 blocks over, the party's starting.
CREMÁ. Ah, man, look at that. It's a big campfire in the middle of a city.
More like a 5-alarm fire. An inferno ignited with specially concocted Molotov cocktails.
Okay. There's a bottle in there with half gas, half diesel. With a detonator we used to work with, you know, a squib. So there's five lines that they have to detonate in a different order.
Technicians strategically place 5 bottle bombs inside the main structure. Electric starters will detonate each bomb in sequence, from the top down.
Yeah, they're putting the bottle of diesel and a detonator up there.
But if they want to create a raging inferno, they need one more ingredient: air.
See, now they are making some holes because we need to make it breathe.
Oxygen, you need oxygen to burn.
Yeah, and it's...
Hey, it's Fino, man.
Remember Fino from MASCLETÁ yesterday?
Fino is a local pyro master. Phil and Seb witnessed his talent firsthand yesterday.
The best from Valencia, best technician from Valencia.
Fino is back to help pull off tonight's spectacular demolition.
Where do you want it?
I think here is enough, yes.
We are involved in the project.
It's getting close to showtime.
Just before the CREMÁ, we need to regroup all these small elements closer from the biggest one. Just make sure that everything's burnt. Yeah. Good luck, man.
Step 1, get everyone's attention.
Down, they're gonna put some little effect on the fires to make it like a little show. The technician has now connecting the electric system, first with the effects. So obviously everything is firing electrically, just the way we do back home. So this is the part we know really well. We've been warned it's gonna be super, super hot, so develop more than 1,000 degrees, so let's see. So we're maybe a minute away.
There's too much people around here. So close from the fire. It's crazy. I'm ready.
It's time. The detonators ignite the 5 fuel bottles inside the giant sculpture.
I just started. We started with the strobe.
All the public sees is the fireworks, but inside, the fire is building. Flames gut the structures from within. Then,
Whoa, they burn so fast.
the center of the crema reaches over 1,000 degrees, hot enough to melt brass.
That's a shame the pretty lady has is on fire.
The fire department is out in full force.
Hey, look, they're starting to water, actually. The people out here are excited to see the main structure falling down, and you can see that it's starting to move a bit. You can see the chimney inside of the main structure. The fire's burned really straight, and it's not affecting the other buildings. Whoa! Oh, it's almost done burning. It's crazy here.
It's been an intense night and a tough act to follow.
Styrofoam plus fire.
I didn't really understand what kind of work those guys have to realize to make it happen so fast. So I have the greatest respect for those guys and for the work.
Back home, this will be impossible.